As we conclude, you might be wondering, how do I put all of this into action? What are the next steps? Well, hopefully as we've gone through this, you've taken a few notes and you said, here are some of the risks I'm facing. Here are some of the action steps I can take related to those risks to minimize those risks or avoid those risks altogether. The whole goal of this course has been to help you go from feeling anxious about not knowing what risks are out there, not knowing what could crush your company, to instead empowering you with knowledge, the knowledge of how do these legal issues work? Where is the risk unique to your company? And what can you do to minimize that risk? So for example, in the area of contracts, what sort of contracts do you need and provisions in those contracts so that your company is protected? You can protect your rights and you can avoid lawsuits from things you didn't expect. How do you protect your intellectual property? What intellectual property do you have? For example, what content have you created? What is your mark that you want to protect by trademark? Do you have any patentable ideas? These valuable elements of intellectual property can be protected under intellectual property laws. And hopefully you've been able to identify what are the types of protections that you want to implement next. And then finally, how do you stay legally compliant to avoid audits, penalties, fines, and even prison? And for that, we've discussed a number of areas where you can avoid trouble with the government and stay focused on growing your company and generating the most profit and the best company you can design. So now that you have spotted the issues where you may have vulnerabilities unique to your company, what do you do about it? And we've talked about the different steps that are available, but maybe you want to make a note in your calendar. For the A priorities, the things that are number one, I'm going to deal with this on this date. And maybe the B priorities, the things that you know you need to get to, but it's not the highest priority right now, maybe you put it a little further out in your calendar. And then finally, there are those C priorities, the things that you say, hey, we really need to get to this. I want to keep this in mind, but we don't need to do it right away. Maybe you make a list of those and revisit it 3 months down the road or 6 months down the road. But my hope is that you are now empowered with all the important things that allow you as a business owner to avoid the common pitfalls that take down companies so that you can reduce the risk of your company going under and improve the odds that you're one of the successful, profitable, long-lasting companies that not only can make a difference for your customers and clients, but also creates a culture and a team where the people you work with are thriving and are flourishing. As we part, there are a couple recommended resources that I have for you. First, I'd recommend, if you don't already have a good CPA in your state, get one who can help you avoid legal trouble and save money on taxes. You might also need a business attorney. Usually it's best to find one in your state who can really get to know you and can help you with the legal issues that are unique to your state. Also, there are a few books that I have found stand out head and shoulders above the rest. These books have made a huge difference in the lives of many other business owners. And when I've come across them and business owners have shared them with me and I've read them, I've realized a few books should be in the hands of every single business owner. They help you go from one level to a whole new level of running a thriving company. And I'll provide that list of books. It's not many, and I'll explain why in the resources with this course. So as we part, feel free to stay in touch with me. With the resources here, you'll see some links to all of my social media. You are welcome to connect with me there. I'd love to stay in touch. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to reach me at aaronhall.com. You can just reach out to me by email. My email address is aaron@aaronhall.com. It's been a privilege to be with you through this process. My hope is that through this knowledge you've acquired, you feel empowered and emboldened to avoid the problems that take down many other companies, and to work better with an attorney and a CPA and even AI as you avoid legal trouble in the future and improve the success of your company. I wish you the best.